The following Toku Podcastu contains spoilers from both past and present Tokusatsu, anime, manga, movies and other related media. If you do not wish to be spoiled, we suggest turning off the podcast now. Otherwise, please enjoy the show.
What was it?
That's staying in.
You want to redo that, sir?
No, that's, you know what? That's you staying. Welcome to the Tokusatsu Podcastu, the best show about Tokusatsu you probably never heard of. I'm AJ. That's Jay.
I'm fucking tired, so you guys aren't getting a random trivia thing tonight.
Nerd. That's
Fuck
Chad.
Hello. We finally made it to the end. But at what cost?
The only end, my friend. And we're just going to sit back, relax, and talk about the end of the year here, really. Usually we would do a Crunky Cast, but we have so much to talk about Tokusatsu-wise that, hey, you know what? Let's just do a regular episode. Starting off with the thing that everybody has been asking us for. In fact, we have about 20 questions about this. The trip that we took in August, which left us on the hugest sabbatical ever. Japan World Heroes. Jay, what happened?
A lot of things, and yet also kind of not a whole lot of things in reality. Yeah, it was very exciting. I think the bulk majority of Japan World Heroes ended up just being us doing our trivia thing, to be entirely honest, I think at the end of the day. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but
Yeah.
still way more work than I thought that was going to end up being. Way more people ended up doing that than I was expecting. I was starting to get fucking tired of doing it, actually, to be entirely honest, like halfway through.
I could tell your face was like, oh, God. To be fair, and this will be in the recording, and look, we're going to be kind of brutally honest here. Let's be fair. Some of the contestants were...
Oh, I mean, like, look, I have a very good poker face most of the time, but even I have my limits. You'll be able to see it.
I'm going to just call a spade here. Humagear friend, not happening.
Oh, I was fucking losing my patience with that guy.
I was losing my... I think even Phil was like, oh, geez, this is getting embarrassing.
I think I started
could tell
twitching.
Phil's face
I
was
think
like,
I legitimately
oh, geez.
started twitching at one point.
Like, fair enough, man. You know, you're just having fun, but Jesus, after every fucking question, holy fucking shit. That was pretty bad. Everyone else
I'm
is
just glad he
pretty
dropped
cool,
the
though.
character after we stopped when we were having a conversation, because if he kept going, I probably would have snapped.
You were going to punch this fucker.
Yeah, but no, it was really good. Generally speaking, about what I was expecting results-wise from people. No offense,
Well, I was going to say,
course, but...
if you want to, let's go in order here, right? Let's talk about how the sausage got slaughtered before it got made here. So how did this all come about? I think it was last year, because we as you guys know, Chad, Jay, and I, we all went to Anime Expo, and it was a very fun time, very chaotic. So we decided that, hey, let's go to Japan World Heroes. And we were all waiting, seeing who was going to get announced, who was, what happened, basically. And everyone started getting announced, and, tickets went on sale. So we're like, all right, let's go, let's get it. And it was about a year of planning, pretty much. And somehow, by some miracle, everything went off without a hitch getting there. We'll talk about what happens leaving in a bit. But getting there, it was, like, smooth as fucking butter. I don't know how we did that, but it was perfect. So yeah, we all decided to just go to Japan World Heroes. And then, of course, as everyone knows, Mr. Gaim Soccer Orange Man got announced, which was a big surprise to everybody, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, well, I guess we have to do it now. And a certain someone who will talk about this soon even got to sit next to the old Gakusanos, but we'll let him talk about that in a second. We'll let this mystery man talk about it.
Yes,
in
our
moment.
special guest, the man who got to so graciously help Mr. Gakusano during the convention. Why don't you go ahead and speak up?
Yeah, so, yeah, I still can't believe that happened. Due to a lot of things that I can't really talk about, basically, someone asked me if I could translate for some of the guests, like, early in advance, and I said, yeah, sure. I was initially told that it'd probably be for one of the other guests, the other guests being Mr. Yasuhisa Furuhara, aka Mr. Golden Red, or Takeshi Yoshioka, who played Ultraman Gaia. Turns out on the day of the event, I met some people. Someone said I was a giant Gaim fan, and I met the man himself. The manager otherwise told me, just like, yo, since this is technically day 0, we're not gonna have many people. Do you want to translate for him? And everything from there kind of seemed like a blur. I don't remember what happened. All I know is that words were said, things were kept inside, a lot of fanboying was kept inside, and yeah, I think I am friends with Gaim, question mark? At least I hope so.
He seems to have a positive impression of you, so there's at least that.
Let's go day by day here, right? So, this is day 0 of 0, basically. So before even the day 0, essentially. So we all got there. We all met up with Chad after me waiting for a fucking hour for my bags, which thanks to LAX.
Oh my god!
You're always so lovely.
Literally, the only hard part was getting to and from the fucking airport, pretty much, because like.
Oh my god.
I fucking coordinated this shit. I was like, all right, we're all gonna arrive here. AJ's here, Phil's there, I'm here. All right, this is where we need to be. We got these times. I had this all planned out. Immediately falls apart because nobody can read signs. I barely know where the hell I only vaguely remember where the hell I'm going from last year. So I'm telling Phil, this is where you need to go. These are the signs you gotta follow. And Phil doesn't know what the fuck I'm saying. And I'm telling AJ, and AJ doesn't know what the fuck I'm saying. And eventually, Phil somehow beat me there. Beat me to the where we needed to go. Because LAX is weird. You can't just, call a ride right where you get a departure. You have to hop on their thing and go over to the parking lot. And from the little parking lot area, that's where you call your ride. And it's annoying as hell.
I think that's the dumbest part about it, is that you have to take a shuttle to go to a fucking Uber pickup. I think
if you could walk there, it would not have been a problem. But no.
I probably could have.
I mean, we could if we walked along the streets. There wasn't any sidewalks or anything we could have walked on.
You see any crackheads? Do you see that stopping the crackheads? No.
I'm not a crackhead, AJ.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Well, not anymore.
I've never smoked crack.
Go on.
But yeah, absolutely nightmare. I think it again, literally probably took an hour for AJ to get over there, which was fun. So
yeah, thanks again LAX for keeping my bag so fucking long. I might as well have not even gotten there early. I got there at the exact same time Phil did, and I got with you guys an hour, basically when I was supposed to get there anyways. So I'm like, what the fuck was the point of being here early? This is so stupid.
Yeah, it was a complete nightmare, but everything beyond that, perfect, smooth sailing. So we get to our hotel. I think we had a couple of ideas of what we were going to do, but a lot of our planning just kind of went out the window after that point, which is it's fine. We didn't really need to.
I think our original plan was, because we knew Chad was going to be working that day for the most part. Yeah. We're like, all right, well, let's hang out for a little bit, then we can meet up with Chad, and then we'll cocktail ball with him. And then somehow it just ended up being, oh, wait, Chad's already free. Fuck it. All right, let's just go with him.
Yeah, I think that was we were going to bum around the hotel for a little bit and then do touristy shit and then meet up with Chad. But then that just kind of we got there and then oh, we don't have time to do anything. So, all right, that's fine. I mean, it worked out, but.
Yeah, so everyone got together. Chad was already at Little Toki's, so we went around. Got to see Kinokuni again, which is great because I got to pick up some stuff there. Just all around, we just kind of cocked a ball in Little Tokyo for a little while. I was able to get some fucking croquettes.
Finally.
And the son of Chocolate Cube, which is pretty interesting to get, actually.
Croissant?
It was the red bean cube, right?
No, it was the chocolate croissant cube.
That's right.
What the hell? Huh.
Yeah. I don't. Maybe there was two of them that were there. I didn't see, but the one that I got was the chocolate croissant cube.
I did not see a red bean cube either, unfortunately.
I did get red bean buns, which are very nice. I love
Those
red
are
bean.
good, yes.
Those are very good. Of course, the first day we got there, what do? We engorge ourselves in every little bit of food we could find because none of us probably ate on the way over there anyways.
No, we did not.
Yeah, it's because like if I remember correctly, like around that time, I got off of work, gave you guys some little gifties and whatnot. What else did we do? Because like you guys were basically waiting for your hotel room, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's what it
so,
was.
yeah,
They
we-
wouldn't let us
yeah.
check in early, so we had to wait.
I mean, that's fine because that led into one of the reoccurring themes of the convention, running into Ultraman Gaia
Wait, no, this is still
multiple
day zero,
fucking
no?
times. Yes.
No, that did.
Okay,
we,
okay.
We didn't run into him on the.
Yeah,
we
no,
didn't
he
run
wasn't
into
there
him on the
yet.
first day. Only the first day of the
He
actual
wasn't.
convention.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
No,
no,
we
like,
we didn't see any of the guests that day before when we got there early. Because we
I
got
thought
there
we
the
got
day
there
before.
so early enough.
the
I thought we
convention
got there
started.
early enough to do that.
Oh yeah,
to
no.
see him.
I don't think they were there by that time. If anything, they were probably, I believe,
Oh.
still on the plane from Japan. Granted, I can't really confirm.
Ah.
So
Well, either way, so we get to the hotel. We can't do anything, so we have to get an Uber all the way to Little Tokyo from Burbank, which is pretty shit because, I mean, the Ubers are getting way more expensive than they should be, honestly.
Yep.
So we got from there all the way to Burbank, or all the way to Little Tokyo, ate at the lovely little Japanese restaurant that Chad introduced us to last time, which is still delicious. I got the rice, which was
Still great. I forgot
amazing.
what I had. I think I just had the same thing that I got last year, but it was still good.
we got served by the robot maid, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, they
There's a
had one of
little robot
those, and
cat.
it nearly killed me.
Yes, it did.
Gotta love them sentient AIs.
But you both got melon sodas, which looked really good.
They were. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
decadent.
Definitely,
They
like
looked delicious.
it's like the melon soda. A melon soda, I guess what Sunday was it? Or not exactly. A float.
Yeah.
I guess typically it's one of those things you see like in anime and like Tokusatsu, like the little kids drinking that at like the diners and whatnot. And you know what? You understand. Like I think Jay, you understand now why they order it, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. I completely get
Oh,
it.
it looked like it. To be fair, though, at that point, I could not even stomach to put anything else in there because that rice that I got was fucking spectacular.
I somehow
that
did
rice.
not eat as much as I was expecting to eat. I was planning on eating way more than I ended up doing, which is
I think it's because you drank more than anything.
I did.
You drank
And even
when
then,
you
I
ate.
didn't drink nearly as much as I was expecting either. Even compared to
Well, yeah, because half of it got left on the fucking floor of our hotel.
it's true. Hey, not my problem.
So yeah, so we went to a few stores. Chad showed us around. I was my wallet and head were like fighting each other to not buy everything in sight. But I was like, I gotta wait for the convention.
Yeah, I was pretty much the same. I was like, I was anticipating being able to go back to Little Tokyo, but further events unfortunately prevented that, which is
A little lady named Hillary stopped us there.
But enough about
So
politics.
we'll get to her. We'll get to her in a second. So yeah, after that we all went our separate ways. Chad went Mimi's at his house, and we all went sleepy times at our hotel. And then begins day 0 of 0, the true 0,
Which is number one.
which is number 1.
0 day.
Uh,
Oh wait, that's the wrong thing.
So day one,
yes.
the convention didn't open until like 9 or 10, so we had another stop over in Little Tokyo just to pick up some supplies. Most of that was for the aforementioned game show, which we'll get into in a minute because we haven't really talked about it yet. We did it in our convention Q&A, but since that never went up alongside the actual trivia video, we
Still being worked on.
yeah. So I'll get into more on that in a second, but we went over to Little Tokyo to get some supplies for that, and also just more snacks in general. And as AJ alluded to, that was the first of many of our random Yoshioka events, as I'm going to begin to call them, because for some
The Gaia Everywhere system.
For some inexplicable reason, we just kept accidentally running into Ultraman Gaia within the hotel and outside of the convention, and just like at random. We would go somewhere and he would just be there. Like we'd be walking past him or he'd already be there. And it was starting to get kind of silly. So it was like initially it was like 8 a.m. None of us were like fully awake. We're sitting there outside the hotel waiting for a ride. And I'm just kind of like, half awake, just kind of looking around, just enjoying the sights. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. I'm looking around down there. And I'm looking at the door just kind of coincidentally, and I see somebody walking out, and I'm looking, I'm like, wait a second, is that him? Is that Gaia? I'm pretty sure that's him. And I'm like, he's still standing there by the front door. I'm like, I pull open my phone, and I Google it real quick. I'm like, and I said, like, holy shit, dude, that's him. And I'm like, I point to those two chuckleheads because they're doing something or other stupid. I don't remember. I'm like, guys, check it out. Ultraman Guy's right there. I'm like, we're trying to keep it quiet there, but we got a little loud and we started talking about the con. And I think at that point he saw and heard us because he fucking bolts for the corner behind a bunch of bushes where we can't see him. The second we start talking about the convention, he looks at us and he fucking bolts out of our eyesight. Which is like,
he runs.
Which, to be fair, again, it was 8 a.m. I don't blame him, but it was still like, it should have been an omen of things to come, but it ended up not, because again, we just kept running into him.
Like, you know what? Little spoiler alert. I think he liked you guys.
I think so.
Yeah,
I'll talk about that more later, but.
So
yeah, that's definitely the end of that. Was kind of what I was alluding to. Is like, by the end of the convention, we ran into him so many times. I think he started actually enjoying seeing us.
I think we need the random Gaia Everywhere system alerts as we go through the days. So day one, essentially, because we were special boys and girls and we got VIP passes because they were like super cheap on it. In reality, they were not as expensive. Honestly, I paid almost as much for the fucking Anime Expo ticket, and that was a normal ass ticket.
Yeah, honestly, it was definitely worth the price. Didn't really get a whole lot other than like a couple of pins, but it just kind of was a nice little thing to do, to be entirely honest. For the extra amount we paid, it really wasn't didn't hurt, so it was nice.
No, I mean,
compared to the fucking VIP prices at Power Morphicon, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, well, wasn't the regular ticket like $80 or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was maybe an extra $20-$25 or so for VIP.
Yeah, so it's really not much. And we got a nice little shirt out of it, which I got signed by Mr. Gakusani's. So we'll see. We'll talk about that in a sec. But day 01, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We're all in line. We're all waiting for people. And I'm sorry, AJ. I'm going to put you on the spot. A old rival from Anime Boston pops up.
I am still... I in retrospect, I don't know if that's the same guy, but
it has to be.
Sounded and dressed exactly like... I talked about it a little bit earlier this year when I went to Anime Boston this year. They did a Tokusatsu panel, and it was probably the most miserable one they've done in the entire history I've been going there. Every year there's some kind of Tokusatsu related panel at Anime Boston. Every year they're terrible. I have never been to a good one there. And last year's, or this year's still technically, was so fucking bad. It was miserable. But yeah, I swear that this kid there who was running around the convention was the same guy who did that panel, but I'm also not sure because I remember hearing him talk about Anime Boston completely disconnected from my relation, and I swear to God he saw me and he must have recognized me because I think I had the same outfit on that I wore at the convention. So I don't know. Maybe he was kind of following us around a little bit, kind of not.
Dude, he was. Like, straight up. Like, I joke about the Majima Everywhere system. This motherfucker was peeking at us through corners, dude. Like, I noticed him multiple times, like, looking at us, and I'm like, are you gonna come talk to us? You gonna do something? What
Well, a lot of people. I mean,
are
we
you
were
gonna shake him?
definitely getting spied on a little bit by people, just in general. But I won't go into detail on that. It's just we were definitely very eye catching. I think mostly me because I was dressed like. Well, I mean, you guys saw the photos. I've posted them, so.
Well, I also think it's because of the jackets we were wearing.
Well, there's that too. Yes, we had our. I think we've talked about them before. This we had our
you
Kamen
guys
Rider,
talked.
crew
Yeah,
jackets.
Yeah, the crew jackets. I was able to import for y'all back as a bit of a Christmas present, but yeah,
Still appreciated.
no problem.
Like I said, like we had those. Well, no, that was more day 2, if anything.
Oh yeah.
But you know what I mean. But day 1, I think we were still getting a bit of eye catches for whatever reason. I think honestly, this is my personal theory, and I'm not even trying to jerk myself off here. I think more people recognized us than they let on.
Definitely.
Because a lot of people were like, "Who's that?" Like I like they either recognized your voice or my voice or Phil's voice. They recognized one of our voices, and they were like, "Who's that? Who's that?"
Even though they might have recognized your face, because like I know there were definitely at least like 2 or 3 people that we ran into that were listeners of ours, which was really surprising. Which I kind of, I mean, not like it was surprising just to like see it, like I expected it, but it was still just a surprising thing to come up, kind of thing. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, and I think a lot of other people did realize they knew who we were. So I think that was it too. But people just didn't know how to like come up to us. Which, by the way, if you ever see us at a convention, we're not like celebrities. Just come talk to us.
Hey, fucking speak for yourself, dude. I need that ego stroking. Still, definitely come up to me and give me attention. And I'm kidding, obviously.
And yet you still denied the guy on Grindr. Anyway,
look, I already went into detail about that one. We're not going to go into it again.
We do. But anyways, but like for real though, like I think a lot of people did recognize us, but they just didn't know how to come up to us. Unlike that one guy on day 0, I don't know if you guys saw, I know Chad definitely saw him. They were running what was it? It was like Toyzilla or something like that.
Yeah.
It was he came up to, I believe it was Jay and I, and he was like talking to us like he knew us completely. And at first, I didn't really know who he was, and I still don't know who he was. I thought he was somebody that like we knew or something that just recognized us. But apparently, he was a listener to the show, which was very strange. I was just like, "Why didn't you just tell us you were a fan? You're talking to us like I know you." It was really
like that was the weird thing too. Is like I was like being friendly to the guys, like because I thought you knew him. I'm like, okay, hey, it was like, and then we walked. I was like, who the fuck was that guy? And you're like, I don't know. So
some guy.
I was being polite.
I was being nice.
It was being polite, Jerry.
And I know I mentioned it to Chad too, because I asked Chad like, "Hey Chad, does he know us because of you or what?" And Chad was like, "No, I don't know who that is." I was like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy?"
Yeah,
I mean, it was definitely a friendly atmosphere. Yeah.
To be completely honest, I don't exactly even know who you're talking about, but I probably did not know them. To be completely honest. But also just crystal clear, I wasn't able to really walk around with the guys throughout this whole event. My time was spent behind a table, so...
This is true. Following that, actually, we actually did go, when we were wearing our crew jackets at that time, I believe. Yeah, we already were wearing our crew jackets at that time. Because that was the day that we all got our autographs. I only got, full disclosure, Jay and Phil both got everybody, which was Go on Red, Ultraman Guy, and Gaim. I only got Gaim because really that's the only one I really give a shit about. Very interesting.
I figured if I was gonna get one, I might as well get all of them. This was like a one-time only kind of thing. So
fair enough.
And I had the money for it.
That was the second run-in of the Gaia Everywhere system, where he looked absolutely terrified to see us, which was amazing.
Again, to be like, at least that one is like, we expected to see him there because, like, you know, it was at his table at the convention. But yeah, I think it was like another thing of like he definitely recognized us from the morning, and I think he was definitely like, I don't know if that's just like his natural face kind of thing. Is like I've seen photos of him just like that he's posted later on like Twitter or whatever. He's just always making that face. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just like his normal like expression. Like it's like a
Resting
like
ultra
Murakami
face.
Kohei, where he's just completely incapable of not smiling like a serial killer. It's entirely possible, but yeah, like he definitely sees us and he's like, oh fuck, not again, kind of thing.
So my experience with Gakusano, just to get it out, because again, this is day one technically. Really nice, very short, as to be expected. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, everyone's short to me at this point.
Everybody,
really cool.
everybody except for Hara, who's taller than I think taller than AJ was.
Yeah.
No, Furuhara's not
Yasu's
taller than me.
Yeah, Yasu's kind of a tall guy. I was not expecting that, but honestly, real interesting fellow.
When
Yeah.
I stood next to him for a second, he was definitely shorter than me, but holy fuck, he's still a tall sumbitch.
Yeah, no, it was he was definitely interesting. He had a lot of he seemed really gung ho to be there too, out of like all three of them. Like Gakusano definitely seemed pumped as fuck to be there, and he definitely seemed like he was having a blast. Furuhara, it was like the dude was fucking running around nonstop, just getting into like all sorts of shenanigans. Because he does like the YouTube thing, he's got his Instagrams and whatnot. So like whenever he had a second, he was running around filming his own stuff, doing just like getting into shenanigans and stuff. It was great. I loved it.
He was awesome.
There's a lot of good photo ops I saw of him. Like there was a guy cosplaying Shinken Red with the big fucking sword, and
I have a Polaroid of that.
yeah, I got a good photo up of him holding the sword, and he's doing a thumbs up, and he's got it propped over his shoulder. There's another good one I saw with I know the guy from Twitter, but I don't remember his name. Of him doing the roll call pose with somebody just in the hall, and him just like completely doing the movements reflexively with like flipping open the whatever the fuck it was called.
It was the Go phone, I believe.
Yeah, the Go phone. Him flipping it open, popping out the soul, and like flipping in his hands, slamming it back, and just like not even like looking at what he's doing. It was very impressive. But
That's called muscle memory and trauma.
yeah.
To cut in, you know who was taller than I was? Is that fucking Gates cosplayer that had to be at least 6'8", man. He was tall.
Huge, dude.
Besides that, doesn't that guy also listen to our podcast too?
He did, yes.
Yes, he does.
He was one of the few who acknowledged himself as being a fan of ours.
Which, by the way, if you're listening to this, holy shit! like you towered over me, man. I was like, fucking hell, man. How tall are you?
You were very entertaining to talk to and just being around because again, you were very big, and your Geats Cop the thing that you were wearing looked good. Words, brain.
My condolences for wearing that during the convention, because Jesus Christ, you have more balls than I do to wear that.
Thankfully,
Like,
it wasn't
he was
like
poor
it
dude.
was rather pleasant in there. Helpfully, it was a very small convention hall. So.
Imagine if he wore that during Anime Expo last year, he'd be dead.
Oh yeah.
He'd be dead. But yeah, Gakusano was cool. I said hi to him. He was like, hello. And that was it.
Didn't we run
took a
into him
picture.
at the elevator too?
No, Phil and I, we were both sitting there, and we see him walking just casually by, and I'm just like, no, I'm racist. That's not Gakusano. Oh, wait, that is him. What the fuck? See, I should have known because I saw his outfit, and I was like, no American's going to be that fashionable.
The man was slaying with his fashion choices.
He really was.
To be
He
completely
really
honest,
was.
no, all of them were honestly really fashionable. Well, I mean,
no,
then again,
yeah, I mean,
Yasu-
absolutely.
I mean, Yasu, like the whole time, dude's just wearing like his YouTube jacket, like that red jacket that he's always wearing on YouTube. So, honestly though, like,
yeah.
that jacket's real nice though. Gotta
It
admit.
is.
But yeah, Gakusano was pretty cool to meet. I was like, wow, it's Gaim, but in real life. That's crazy.
Not clickbait.
Not clickbait at 3 a.m. But that was cool to meet him. After that, I was just kind of like, all right, now with the rest of the convention.
yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, that was kind of a peak for me. I was just like, is this convention going to get any better? Fortunately, it did, because holy shit, this convention got kind of wacky after this first day.
The good kind of wacky, too.
Yes.
So there was
yeah.
We didn't really do a whole lot beyond the trivia stuff. It was a lot of just kind of walking around, looking at the booths. Talked with a lot of the people, a lot of the booth runners, a lot of the artists. Matt Frank was an absolute adoring, just wonderful to talk to. Him and his girlfriend, wife, partner, assistant, whoever. The lady that was with him, I never really quite figured out what the deal was, and I'm not going to assume, but they were very entertaining. A lot of great energy to them. I think they seem to enjoy my own energy as well, because I found myself getting roped into their shenanigans every now and then. I actually did get a commission from him of the bird, which is sitting there proudly on my wall, and it is going to be remaining in the Hall of Fame, personally.
Do you Wolverine touch that every night?
No. You kidding me? It's mounted on my wall, dude. I'm not gonna take that. I don't have time to get up out of bed every night and do that and just put it back on the wall. Are you kidding me?
You know what, AJ?
For ketamine.
You're asking the wrong person. That's me with some of my stuff.
Fair enough, but we'll get to that. Oh, geez, we'll get to that. So again, like Jay said, we started the trivia off again, since it's technically day 0. There wasn't as many people there.
Look, at this point, it was fucking day 1, dude. It was day 1. Stop calling it day 0 at this point.
Well, it's day 0 for the con.
Yeah,
it's day 1 for us.
No, because this is day 1 of the con. We went through day 0 where we didn't really do anything because we had these plans and then they all changed because we were waiting for the hotel.
This was day 1. This was Friday.
Okay,
yes.
Day 0 of the con, day 1 of the trip.
Exactly. Either way, so again, like Jay said, we didn't do too much. We did do a couple of trivia. We did get a couple of people roped into the trivia, which was interesting. It was, you know what? It was interesting because at first, it really did seem like a lot of people were like, I don't know, what's this all about? But then after like one person did it, another person did it, and more people were like, oh, okay, this looks like fun. And then slowly but surely, everyone's dreams got crushed, which was the best part of the convention for me personally.
Yes, we had, I think, maybe 20 or so people total play over the entire convention, which, with the time it took for each person, it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but was definitely a lot of people. Only 2 people won anything, and even those people only got halfway to the goal. So there's the video that we're working on. We recorded all of it. We did 10 questions each out of a pool of about 100-ish questions. If you answered 5 out of 10 correctly, you got a Crunky bar. And we didn't really have an idea for the 10th until like the day of, where we're like, if anybody gets all 10, we'll go to the Artist Alley, get them whatever the fuck they want.
Within reason.
Within reason, obviously. It was, like, they weren't going to spend like $100 or anything. I think if it ended up happening, it was like, you get one thing with it, or several smaller things within X price. I don't know. We didn't really play it ahead because we didn't actually expect anybody to get that many, to be entirely honest.
Well, so the first winner was, what is the Gold Ranger from Zenkaiser?
2 Kaiser.
Yeah, 2 Kaiser.
2 Kaiser. She got it pretty well. She was, I think she got
exactly
8
5
questions. No, it was above that, right?
Nope. The highest score was 6 out of 10, and
really?
They got only 5. Yes.
Holy fuck. Okay, well, she got 5, so she got the bar, obviously. Then it was literally the last guy that we questioned. He got 6.
Yes,
and he got the bar.
You can tell that's the last one we did of the day because I am slumped over in a fucking
we're like
chair.
On the floor. We're like, who fucking cares?
I'm like barely lifting my microphone. I'm like, yeah, fucking.
But yeah,
they were cruel within reason, but also I wrote all of them, so that's my own reason, which is very unreasonable.
In fairness, though, I'm not even trying to be mean about this. In fairness, I think if you watch these shows, you'll know. Because I don't think you had many in there that were like, oh, no one will ever get this. This is like from fucking Hentai Comment or something. Like this was
No, I mean it was a lot of
mainstream
like stuff people knew. I mean, we definitely had some oddball ones, but like it was a lot of like Rider, a lot of Sentai, a lot of Ultraman. But I did dip a lot into like behind the scenes stuff or actor related stuff, which I will say this: if and when we do it again, I definitely need to do a refresh because a lot of them weren't written particularly well. Like there was one that tripped up a lot of people because I didn't write it particularly well, and I didn't really realize that until I'm doing it. There was a few that definitely need to be tweaked just to be quicker to read. So I think whenever we do it, I'm going to add more questions as well. But we definitely need to workshop it a little bit. But I think overall the results were good. I think the reception was really good because, like AJ said, like we started it like pretty much immediately once the convention started, and it took a little while for it to pick up. We got one person, and from there it kind of snowballed. We got like another person every now and then. Saturday was the busiest. Saturday is when we got the bulk majority of it.
Oh yes,
yeah, which was great. A lot of really entertaining ones. My personal favorite, and you'll see it, is a guy who got absolutely no questions correct. But every single answer he came up with was just complete, utter shitpost nonsense. I was legitimately just... I had to have Phil read the last question because I couldn't stop laughing.
That guy was pretty good because like he knew I don't know any of this, but fuck it, I'm gonna just go with it. It was just great.
It was worth it. So yeah, beyond getting our autographs and everything, day one was relatively uneventful. But it was a good kind of uneventful. It was nice to kind of set the stage. Just everybody wasn't really running around doing a whole lot, so it was nice to actually get to kind of sit and talk with these people, talk with convention goers, which was good. It was nice. Got to have some nice serious discussion. Lots of good cosplayers. There weren't a whole lot of like really lazy ones where it was just like somebody threw on a shirt and threw on a belt. Like at least everybody who seemed like they were trying to dress up was trying, which was nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody legitimately put some effort into their cosplays, and which, by the way, that Polaroid that I have of the cosplay meetup, it came out really well. I need to put that on Instagram or something one of these days.
Oh yeah, no. Speaking of cosplayers, no, what was actually kind of cool. So you remember that casual Gaim cosplayer from AX with the helmet and like the traditional Japanese clothing? Yeah, I ended up running into that guy again. Actually, back at the event.
Yeah, he was a cool guy.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
What did we do for the rest of day one? Did we just go out to eat or something?
Yeah, I think we called it quits near the end of the day. And what the fuck did we do? I don't remember what we did.
We didn't go back to Little Tokyo, did we?
No, I think for like food, like by the time I got off for helping out, we actually went out to Denny's. I think just because.
Yeah, was day one the Denny's?
Yeah,
my god.
Yeah, I
that's
think
right.
day 0/day 1 was Denny's because just like, you know what, I'm tired, I'm hungry, let's just go somewhere.
Nobody wants to have Denny's food, but it's late night on a con meetup. You have to go to a trashy restaurant.
As it should be.
It's fair. It was definitely not worth it in the long run, but you know what, we kind of expected that. That was nice. It was a nice one. Honestly, I think the problem is going into like the later half of day 2 and especially day 3. There was the hurricane, quote unquote hurricane, that happened. Kind of put a damper on it. Kind of seemed like it killed a lot of the momentum the convention was having, which was a little bit of a disappointment. But
100%.
Day 2 definitely had a lot of people. There was a lot of fun things going on. Lots of engagement. There was that cosplay meetup, which I actually did one of the photos for, and is conspicuously the only photo that didn't get uploaded by the person. I'm not gonna question anything about that because I don't particularly care. But I wonder why. No, I'm teasing. I am serious. The one photo I joined in is the one that they literally the only one they didn't upload. But I'm not saying there's like a conspiracy or anything, you know. Just
I
in
am
case.
though.
Well, AJ is. Oh, that's right. Yeah, did Artsy never even finish that? Yeah.
I think she might have. She just forgot to post it.
Classic.
She was too busy.
Artsy.
She was too busy cosplaying as KiloCon.
Yeah, she was too busy listening to Masahiro Inoue singing mecha themes.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
that's right.
But yeah, so day 2 was again, like Jay said, the busiest one for us
Busiest.
because we were just going around doing. Because the thing is, like, at a certain point, we had to tell because I kind of Death Stranding Phil for a second, where I just stuffed the fucking the sign in his backpack.
Yeah.
Like, walk with it, boy.
Advertise.
Because I was the one holding the camera, Jay was the one doing the microphone. So Phil had to Death Stranding it a little bit,
Which is fair because Phil was just kind of vibing for most of the day too.
He really was. So day 2, like Jay said, it was the busiest. We had a bunch of people coming up to us left and fucking right. A lot of people just really wanted to see what because that's the cool thing. Nobody came in. For the most part, nobody came in thinking that they were hot shit and they knew what was going to happen. They weren't going to be like, oh yeah, I definitely know everything about this. They were just like, let's have some fun. Let's see what I can do with this. And for the most part, it was legitimately fun. A lot of people seemed to just really have just fun learning about some of the stuff that we were talking about because they're just like, really, that happened? Really, that's a thing? Like, yeah. Oh, I should watch that.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was very. I think that's what really made me want to do the trivia is just to like throw all these fun little trivia bits out there and see who gets it, and if not, it's like, well, hey, you learned something. And that's what really made it fun. Like there were definitely, because I wrote them, I put a lot of deep cut stuff in there that I wasn't expecting really anybody to get, but there was a lot of there was one I put a reference to fucking Gingeyser in there, and somebody got it, which I was glad for. But and stuff like that. Like I threw in little bits here and there that I knew like at least one person is probably gonna pick up on. But
We're educational, we are.
yeah, so that's our goal.
I think Saturday was also with the bulk. No, I think Sunday was more for me. But I think Saturday we did start buying some stuff. I ended up buying mostly non-Toku stuff, funny enough. Except for the one thing that,
You
of
crazy
course,
son of a gun.
I decided to just buy the CSG Titan sword for no reason other than And then, of course, the guy was like, hey, I asked the guy, hey, how much is that CSM Lost Driver? Oh, if you want it, I can take like $40 off. Shit, yeah, I'll take them both. Fuck it.
I'm not going to say no to that.
So I got the CSM Lost Driver and the CSD Giant Sword, which is very fun. Pain in the ass to take home, but it was fun. So yeah, that was pretty interesting to do that. And it was pretty much just us buying stuff, really. That was just all Saturday.
Yeah, I actually didn't really end up buying a whole lot beyond like art prints and stuff. Like I bought a lot of art prints, I bought a lot of like keychains and stuff like that, but in terms of like merch, all I really bought was I got a figure out of Black Sun. I got bullied into getting one of the 3-0 Ultraman figures, which is very nice, to be entirely honest.
Dude, I am so glad you bought that because that thing was so fucking
Oh,
pretty.
it's so fucking good. I didn't even know, but it has LEDs in it. It's got an LED setup for the eyes and the color timer. I need to get batteries for it to see what it actually looks like, though.
I wanted to buy the Bellio, but they were sold out of that one.
Ah, yeah, that's true. But yeah, it's very nice. I kind of wish I didn't spend the money on it, but I kind of got bullied into it, to be entirely honest.
You're welcome. But yeah, so again, Saturday was mostly just us buying things. We didn't go back to we did go back to Little Tokyo on Saturday, didn't we?
I don't
no.
think
This time,
so.
the Saturday this time was for dinner. We ended up going to the ramen place that I've been talking
yes,
about.
and it was so good.
It was absolutely worth the fucking hype. It was amazing.
Have to do it again.
Yeah, we need to do it again. I can't live without it now. It was that good. It was so
It's
good.
like crack, man. I'll do a dance for some ramen, man.
Literally.
Because the thing is also ironically, Like, this is also going to lead into another Yoshioka moment, or Gaia moment.
Yeah.
But, like, literally on our way out, because at that point I already worked with all 3 actors. So pretty much we're kind of waiting outside trying to figure out, like, what we're doing. I think we were waiting for people or something like that. And then, basically, I hear this voice. It's like, oh, Tomoya, what are you guys doing? And then, shocker of all shocks, it's Yoshioka. And I just told him, hey, we're going out for ramen. And it's like, oh, really? I love ramen. Can I come with you guys? And, yeah, literally this was before the VIP dinner. Fortunately, he couldn't join us, but honestly, I think the man was kind of down to join us for ramen, admittedly.
I think he legitimately was.
If it weren't for the VIP dinner, I think he probably would have come with us. I'm a little disappointed he didn't, but I totally understand why he didn't.
Oh yeah.
There's always next time. There's always next time with whoever happens to be the guest. So
that would be pretty impressive.
It would be. That'd be a story to tell for life, kind of thing.
So, as of course, we went to go get ramen at the ramen place, which was delicious. Of course, Chad and I, we were just sitting there, just like, yeah, this is life, just talking there. Then we went to go get ice cream, which was pretty delicious.
Me on the complete opposite end of the table, because a couple of my local friends ended up joining with us, which was nice, getting to hang out with them. But
you had to babysit Phil.
I did. I don't want to say unfortunately, but I ended up. I was gonna say that, but I was like, nah, you know what? It was all right. You know, to just talk with Phil for a little bit, give him some attention, give some time to unwind.
Give him some attention. What are you, like a fucking absentee father?
Is he a toddler, sir?
Listen. I left Phil to go buy some cigarettes 15 years ago. All right,
but fair enough, I guess.
Even though Phil's older than I am, so
I would too.
But no, like, because Phil was like I said, Phil was basically just vibing Death Stranding it most of the day. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, give him some time to talk. Finally got him to learn how to use chopsticks, and finally actually try to like experience something new, which was nice. Because he was like, yeah, I want to do this, and then we actually gave it. It was like, hey, you can do this. Like, nah, I don't want to do it. So that was also a little bit of the story of that convention too. Was
I mean, to be fair, you did try and make him do ketamine.
You look, when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Fair. I mean, I love ketamine.
Yeah,
but it's not for everybody.
Don't we all?
But you know what is for everybody? Magic Mind. Jay.
Go on.
It's a mixture of functional mushrooms and matcha to keep your brain nice and warm every day when you wake up. Because coffee ain't going to do it for you. So try this beautiful blend of Magic Mind, functional mushrooms and matcha. Take one every single morning and increase function, awareness, and energy. Yeah. All for the low price that we're going to give you today for Magic Mind. So follow the link down below. Hold on. I have the link here. Shut up. Follow the link for magicmind.com/Tokupod to get 20% off your first purchase. Magic Mind. Drink it.
It's magic.
Jay.
It's not just a drink. It's more like a drink.
Jay.
Kind of a drink.
Go on, Jay.
Yeah, but yeah. Enough ragging on Phil.
I'm not ragging. To be fair, I'm glad he tried a lot of the things that he was kind of iffy on. Because he found out a lot of shit. He was like, yeah, this is fucking great. That's the mochi he loved a lot.
We're joking about it a little bit, but like it was definitely a Phil was like, yeah, we should do this, we should do that, and like when he was like, hey, we can do this, he's like, oh, I kind of don't wanna, and then when we ended up pushing him into it, he's like, yeah, hey, it was really fun, which was nice. It was nice to get him to open up a little bit in that regard, which was good. And we all kind of got to do that. We all kind of got to do things we all wanted to do, try stuff we wanted to try, which was nice. It was good little experience there. We all got a little something new.
Exactly. But yeah, so like I said, it was day one was pretty much just that. But you know what, Chad? Before we go into day two, which was technically the final day,
yeah.
Tell us
Mm-hmm.
Tell us.
What am I telling you?
What was it like
us.
to touch Gakusano's pecs?
Well, at least he was touching that, nothing else.
Hey, fair enough. Hey, he's married now. He can't.
Yeah,
You're
he's
right.
officially married. The man just got married, and apparently Kaito's actor made him a cake.
Aw, that's cute.
Baking confections for your rival is one way of showing strength.
Exactly.
There you go. Honestly, really happy for the guy, though. Though, yeah, honestly, man, where do I even begin? Working with Sano Gaku, though. Dude speaks actually really good English. Like, I know he was like asked, like telling me just like, oh yeah, like how are the fans? Just like, how do you guys watch this? Like, are there really any fans out here that really like watch this kind of thing, or like do you like that watched Gaim or watch Tokusatsu? And I just had to keep on telling him, it's like, oh yeah, no, definitely, there are a lot of people. A lot of people are excited to meet you. I'm very excited to meet you, frankly. And I want to say the coolest moment throughout the whole event was literally before we went to the tables, and he was asking me, oh yeah, like, how do I translate "Koko kara wa ore tachi no stage da" in English? And I can 100% say for sure that yes, I taught him that. I taught him how to say, from here on out, it's our stage or it's my stage in English for the man himself.
And there's even video of it, so fuck you, he can prove it.
Yep,
is.
there's video, and like literally, I don't know, cause there's so many cool moments from that weekend that I still can't get over, and I guess I believe this happened on day one of the actual convention. This was before the hurricane, or like before we got ramen. It was before Gaim's panel. And basically I lent him my Sengoku driver and also my spare team Gaim jacket. And very literally I told him in Japanese, "Koko kara wa Sano-san no stage desu yo ne." It's just a very polite way of saying like, "Oh yeah, from here on out it's Sano-san's stage." Isn't that right? And then he told me in English as he took my belt, "Yeah, from here on out it's our stage." And that kind of left me starstruck for like a good moment. Not smiling, just my mouth is just gaping open. I'm just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And that was
pure
pretty
moment of euphoria.
a pure moment of euphoria and just disbelief of, holy fuck, I actually did it. This is happening. And I don't know, he's just a really, really cool guy. Just I was able to talk to him just a little bit about the production, just like some of his cast members and whatnot. Like all of them, I can definitely say that all of them still keep in touch to this day. They go out for just like to meet up and hang out every once in a while. Apparently the class clown, or I guess the clown of I guess the cast. Can any of you guys guess who was the one that was goofing off the most on set?
Takatora.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look,
believe it.
as life has proven to me, the class clowns are usually the ones who can play the edgelords the best.
Oh yeah. Or like Jay, were you about to say someone else or?
No, I was going to agree with him because, I mean, you know what? He's not wrong. I mean, point proven right here, so.
That is true. So just apparently kind of had a conversation with him just saying like, "Oh yeah, like who's like the biggest goofball of the whole cast?" He was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's Kubota-san," or like it's Kubota Yuki. It's like, "Oh yeah, no." I was like, "Isn't he like the most serious?" I would have assumed he's like the most serious. And he says like, "Oh yeah, no, he's just a giant goofball on set. Like he's like typically off camera, he's taking nothing seriously. He's just like he's chilling out, he's goofing off."
He's just having some fun, bro.
Yeah, apparently he's just a fun guy. Dude's just living his best life and having fun. And
Yeah.
aside from that though, Yoshioka, really chill dude. Dude loves ramen. Apparently his favorite kaiju is Gankyu. And
Nice.
Yasuhisa, wasn't able to talk to him much, mainly because I was filming for him a lot.
Yeah.
So let it be known, I put in my fair share of the work. It happened, and overall, all those gentlemen are really, really cool guys. So, like, if anything, really want to see them again, hopefully, at some point down the line, maybe.
We might, hopefully, potentially. So now for the unfortunate day, the final day, where a little hurricane called Hillary decided to pop into town. Because of all the weeks for a hurricane to pop into town, it's when all four of us assholes decide to pop out.
Naturally.
So of course, we it technically started on Saturday. Technically, there was some rain on Saturday, not a lot, but there was some.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, it was just full-blown massacre with that rain. Luckily, and thankfully, nobody here was caught in any floods. Nobody was caught in any, bad stuff, as, we're all okay. We're all fine. But it was kind of crazy.
I was disappointed that it wasn't worse. I mean, like, I literally had a fucking worse storm earlier today than the fucking hurricane we were in.
To be fair, we were slightly further than like ground zero for the hurricane, to be honest.
Yeah, that is true, but still, I am definitely upset that the hurricane ended up not being as big of a deal as it was expected to be. Especially because everybody was really preparing for it to be. So it ended up leading to the last day being very low key. Like, a lot of the people didn't end up coming back, or they ended up packing up early. A lot of booths were just kind of packing up early.
I mean, shit, they started doing a thing where, like, you would get in for free, right? After, like, 2, I think?
Yeah, I think, like, near the end of the day, they just said free admission for the rest of the day, so.
Which was kind of bullshit, but whatever. But, yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird. Like Jay said, the vibe that was going around the convention was like, oh, shit, are we actually going to... Like, we're having fun, but are we going to get out of here alive? Like, are we going to die? Like, are we going to die here?
It was fun still getting to talk. Like, I could tell, like, a lot of the toy booths had just kind of given up, and they were just, like, doing whatever. Like, I don't remember the name. There was that one toy booth there. Something Taka Toys or something. I don't remember.
Muteki Toys, I think, was it?
Yes, that's the one. Or he just kind of said, like, fuck it after a point, and just pulled out his iPad and started going through his backlog of Toku stuff, which is fun. He started playing episodes of Outsiders, and AJ and Phil were watching, who have not seen any of Outsiders, and they just had no fucking clue what was going on, which is, to be fair, the Outsiders experience.
I was very confused, and so was Phil, obviously.
It doesn't help if you're an outsider.
But yeah, the general mood was very low key. Everyone was just kind of like, it was weird. It almost felt like everyone was just kind of like waiting for the storm to end to just leave. Like, they weren't even there for the convention at that point. They were just waiting for the storm to end. Actually, it was Saturday, right? I think that's when we went to the Rosetta panel.
No, that was Sunday.
Perfect timing then. Because, yes, we went to a panel. Jay, you remember the guy's name, right? Please.
Yes, it was Jiro Okamoto. He is a tokusatsu designer. He did the designs for Godzilla 2000, Ninja Sentai Kakuranger, and a variety of other shows. But most relevant, as AJ just brought up, was Kamen Tenchi Rosetta, which, of course, we just recently reviewed. Which fucking jump scared us at the panel.
Oh, dude, when he said that, when the lady who was translating for him, and he also did one for this one called Kamen Tenchi Rosetta, and I looked at Jay like, the fuck?
No, it was like, that's the thing. It was like, I was looking there at the thing, and I'm like, I see that, I'm like, is that the fucking lizard dude from Rosetta? And I'm about to turn to AJ and ask him, and then his translator says that, and then, like, at that moment we look and we both have that jaw drop face. But let's get ahead of it. It was the only panel we went to, and it was probably the worst panel because and I don't say this because of Okamoto. His technical support was really bad.
The guy looked like he didn't know how to fucking use a computer.
I think it was half like the storm was definitely screwing with the internet, but the other half is like the tech he had just had no idea what he was doing. The kid was just like hopelessly lost. So it kind of put a damper on a little bit of it. Like he tried showing some video clips that he had that for some reason he uploaded onto YouTube and didn't just have saved onto his computer to play. But I mean, I'm not going to question his logic. So of course, because there's like no internet, we can barely fucking watch them. But they were nice. There was nice little preview stuff for stuff he's working on. But it was some fun insight into like actual design for monsters and tokusatsu designs. Like he opened up with one of the one. Excuse me. He opened up with one of the ones he did for Ultraman Tiga, which is pretty nice, and he kind of walked through a bunch of different like design ideas and like earlier motifs, which was interesting to go through. He went through a bunch of ones he did for Kaka Ranger, which I liked that the way he showed the design process for that. Of course, Godzilla 2000 talking about Orga, which was nice. It was fun getting to see Orga stuff. And then, again, the Rosetta stuff, which surprised the hell out of us and was really interesting to hear him talk about. Like, and I could tell at that point he had lost everybody's attention because, like, nobody's probably fucking heard of the show beyond us.
And then it's just us two assholes like, yeah, yo, Rosetta, let's fucking go.
Like anytime he was talking, it was like, we were like, wow, yeah. And everybody was just like, you know, cricket noises in the fucking distance. So it was very interesting panel, all things considered. It was, we got to talk about Okamoto just a tiny little bit after the end, just to be like, it was fun getting to see Rosetta stuff. You know, it was nice. We were surprised people knew about it.
I'm trying to remember what I said to him. Like, hey, it was great to see Rosetta again, or something like that. And he was just like, hey, yo, like, what was that?
You were like, yeah, it was. We were surprised to see Rosetta. Like, I think I said it was like we were probably expecting to be the only persons in this convention to have heard of it. And you said, yeah, it was nice to see it again. And his translator turned to Okamoto and told him about it. And he just like, he looks at us like, gives us two big thumbs up. He's like, very nice. And
it was cool because he was just like, you fucking weirdos have heard of this?
He's like, well, you guys are the real fans. You've heard of this obscure shit.
I made this when I was drunk.
I'm glad he didn't ask us what we thought of it though, because I could not, in good faith, give him a good answer.
I like the scene where the chick from Drive started whipping people for no fucking reason.
I liked when it ended.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
But yeah, after
it was
that,
interesting.
The convention was pretty much over. So,
kinda. Oh, actually, before the Rosetta Tenchi Beta Eta Weta convention panel thing,
Wecker.
Whatever. I met the legendary Godzilla motion capture guy who was really, really nice. He was a really cool dude.
Yes.
Got to take a nice Polaroid with him too, so it was pretty good. You know, it's funny. Weird aside. A lot of people seem to like pictures are one thing, but a lot of people seem to really be excited when I said, "Would you be okay if I take a Polaroid?" They're like, "A Polaroid? Fuck yeah!" So
yeah,
nice.
absolutely.
Because of course, I was the weirdo who had to bring a Polaroid to a convention.
I mean, you did get a lot of good ones.
I did. I have a lot of them still. I mean, I have them all in an album, which I need to put in on like Instagram or something someday. They're really nice.
I still think my favorite is the one you took of me in the hotel room, where I'm just leaning back and flipping you off. But I like that one a lot because I sent it to one of my friends, and they just photoshopped the "Don't Believe His Lies" thing on there for Memento, which is so good.
The wife, one of her favorite ones. Obviously, it's me looking like a fucking doofus in before we went to the pool.
Photo.
Before we went to the pool, and the other one was the borderline 2000 emo backstage picture of you putting on your makeup and Phil just being like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Phil looking like the drummer of the 2000 emos band.
Honestly, yeah, you're not wrong about that.
That was a pretty good picture. I remember I got one of Chad just standing there, just vibing. Actually, that was probably one of the funnest parts where we just kind of hung out in the hotel room a lot, and we were just vibing in there, just talking about bullshit, which is pretty fun to do. So that was interesting to do. But yeah, like I said, Sunday was the last day of the convention, and we really couldn't do a whole lot, in all honesty, because the hurricane had come into town. And even if there wasn't a hurricane in the town, I believe Chad, I remember, mentioned something about a festival going on around that time that would have
Yeah.
flooded it anyways.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, during that time in J-Town, it's a thing that we as Japanese Americans celebrate, or like pretty much Japanese American empowerment, called Nisei Week. And pretty much because of because of the hurricane, yeah, that got postponed for like a week or so.
Yeah, which is a shame because I actually did kind of want to. I know it would have been suicide to go, but I would have actually liked to experience it just a little bit before I left. But of course,
it would have been very interesting. Yeah.
But of course, like you mentioned, like the J Town was completely flooded with people before it got flooded with water, essentially. So that was a shame that we couldn't experience it. Maybe next time we can. Maybe we'll see what we can do. But overall, after that, we Chad was doing some stuff.
Yeah, so I was invited to a few dinners just as like a thank you for pretty much helping out kind of a thing. And yeah, saddest moment of all sad moments. I think Sano wanted to hang out with me a bit more.
Don't worry, Chad. You'll be able to talk to him again at Japan World Heroes 2 Hyper Heroes.
Maybe. But like no, literally, like the guy was just like, because literally after the dinner, like we got back to the hotel lobby and like he was asking me just like, "Yo, Chad, like are you going to be joining us tomorrow?" Because apparently like the staff had like one more day in America just to kind of like chill out and do whatever, right? And I just basically said, "Oh no, I have a wedding to go to. What about Tuesday?" And I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm sorry. Just like I have to go back to work then." It's like, "Oh man. Well, you know what? Before you go, no, let's take one last selfie together." I'm just like, "Wait, what? Again?" And I'm just, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Sano was actually legitimately sad that we didn't get to hang out more.
Honestly, yeah, I would have been too.
Look, man, all I know is actually, you know what? To finish up our Gaia Everywhere system from Sunday. So we are in the convention doing our Toku quiz, and who was to pop up but Chad? No, actually,
Yes.
Chad with his sidekick, Ultraman fucking Gaia, who sees us
Gaia
and
is
is
the
like,
sidekick in this scenario. Okay.
and Gaia sees us, points us, and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on over here?" And
what
Chad
is
explains.
Gaijin doing?
And of course, Chad explains to him it's a Tokusatsu quiz. And I'm not gonna lie, it looked like Gaia was sincerely considering, let's see what I can do here. What we got?
If he had time, I would have absolutely asked him to.
That would have been so much fun. Oh, by the way, we have we got Ultraman Guy to take a Toku quiz and absolutely hate us because all these questions are impossible.
It would have been a very interesting to see his response. I mean, hey, who knows? I mean, again, there's always next time.
He gets all 10 questions right just out of nowhere. Like
you know what, dude?
Oh,
If he
dude,
did,
this is so easy.
If he did, I'd be fucking impressed. Are you kidding me?
Or you know what? Here's the thing you guys should have done. Because, like, first off, I feel like he would have actually done it if you guys asked him. But two, like, ask all your obscure Ultraman questions and see if he could answer any of them.
Oh, that would be mean.
See, like, that was the thing. It was like, I was going to ask him, but I think it was just like, I don't remember what it was. Something kept me from asking. I think it was just like you guys got into a conversation about something, and I didn't want to interrupt. I could have sworn I brought it up, but it must just got like buried. So I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I think something prevented me from actually like asking because it felt like it was like I don't know. It seems like it's a little much to ask, kind of thing. I
don't want to bother him, you know.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing.
I totally get it.
I think I
yeah.
was expecting it to be like he's not going to have time, but I don't know. It like I said, next time we do one of these, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we can do it again. Who knows?
We'll get Gaim to do it, and he'll be like, "Yes."
Guy won't even be there, and he'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just know that we're doing the quiz, and he'll just like somehow like call us. He'll FaceTime Phil of all
us.
people. Like he somehow has Phil's number. But yeah.
I stole it.
He
Stole it
did.
from your phone.
Oh, that's right. Phil made Gaim pick up his phone. What a fucking asshole.
I mean, hey, power move, dude.
Wait, what?
Oh, so Wait, you were there, weren't you?
I don't know if I was there.
So
he might
had
have not seen it. Yeah.
So Phil had dropped his phone when he was getting the picture from Gaim, and Gaku like immediately picked it up, and I was like, "You made Gaku-Sano pick up your phone, you absolute fucking numped, you slob! How could you? You forced him to work for you." No, but yeah, I mean, above all, I mean, that was pretty much just a convention in general. I mean, the convention itself, it was just fun, and I can't wait to do it again. Honestly, I really do want to do it again. It's every convention we've gone to has been fun, all 2 of them. But hey,
Yeah.
it's all been great.
Well, hey, hopefully we keep that going 3 for 3. So.
I mean, we can mention it now. It's not like we're mentioning any secrets. I mean, we're planning it again for this coming 2024. What it's going to be, we don't know just yet. There might be more than one. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Maybe. Who knows?
Wink, wink. Something, something. I don't know.
But again, like, it might be, it might not be. But we're definitely going to be trying to plan something for next year. We don't know what it is, though. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, just before we head out, just general thoughts on 2023. What about you, Chad?
Yeah, no, definitely. Again, this whole convention was just like the highlight of 2023, despite just this whole year honestly kind of being a mess and just having to go through a lot just personally. But yeah, no, like honestly being able to meet Gaim, the writer, the one that I've wanted to meet for a while and somehow become one of his friends. Yeah, no, that's honestly crazy. And being able to help all these guys and like really just kind of hang out with them, kind of get to know them a little bit. Honestly, they're all really cool. They're all really cool dudes. And if anything, if I ever get this opportunity again, like there's no way I'm gonna say no because I am I'm the man that's going to befriend all the writers and all the Sentai, or however the phrase goes. Space is here? Question mark? I don't know.
Space is here, Mr. Bowden.
Nah, but
Yeah.
like aside from that though, 2023 in terms of Tokusatsu, went to Japan in October. Coincidences of all coincidences for Gaim's 10th anniversary. Holy hell! Granted, that was also a family trip, but yeah, no, just it's been a year, and JWH was definitely the highlight of highlights.
Jay.
Yeah, I'm going to more or less unintentionally echo Chad's sentiment in that this year was kind of just a mess and miserable overall, but especially JWH was such a highlight that it kind of made it all in the long run worthwhile. And I think that's the best part of it is just getting fucking hanging out with you dipshits and getting into shenanigans. It was fun. It was very rewarding, I think, for a long year worth of nonsense. And I'm hoping again we get to do it more and hopefully more frequently next time. But obviously, who knows? So, but overall, I think this year was not particularly great. But I think the great moments that we did have were definitely made it all worthwhile in the end.
It's gonna sound weird, but you know, I'm gonna be kind of the opposite, honestly, and I don't want anyone to think like I'm just gloating, but this year honestly was.
But he's gloating.
Well, I
Okay, AJ, we hate it. We get it. You had a great year. Get off your soapbox.
We got it.
can't.
You have a fucking wife. We get it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, besides that, I mean, I don't think I've ever actually been explicit about that, honestly, on the show. But I mean,
No,
overall,
we fucking did like 1 or 2 episodes since it happened.
fair
That
enough.
is true.
Well, no, that's not true. It's been all the way since Once and Always.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's fair.
But I
Okay.
mean, yeah, fair enough. I haven't been explicit about it, but like, besides that, moving in with now my wife, what do you call it? You know, just in general, this year has been fantastic. You know, I got to go to LA again, which is always fun. I got to meet these dingleheads again, which was fantastic. Hopefully next time we go there, we can have a longer time to all be together, have more adventures, whatever it might be. You know, maybe it's a convention, maybe we just hang out. Whatever it might be, I hope we get to do it again, which was great. So I hope we get to do that. And just in general, life has been interesting for me. Went back to school, getting my degree in pharmacy, which is awesome. But also just, something we haven't really spoken about too much about today, even though, we talked about the whole convention about it, is just the Tokusatsu this year that we've watched, I think this year of all the years that we've done, we've had a lot of very interesting, diverse, fun stuff. We had Keitai, we had Diamond Kanon, we had Dawn Brothers, we had all the Shin movies, Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider. We had a lot of interesting things coming our way. I mean, even stuff that wasn't very good, like Tenchi Rosetta or Eco Ganger and stuff like that. Stuff that we were able to at least experience. And of course, that doesn't even touch stuff that we did early in the year. I mean, shit. This year was the first time we had an interview in I don't know how long with Lucas for Infernal Swordsman, Eric McKeever with Ike Boys. We had so much good things coming out this year for Tokusatsu and the show in general that I can't call this a bad year in that sense. And even in stuff that was not very good, like Shin, not Shin, but Kiva or Once and Always and stuff like that. I think even then they made for very interesting, fun episodes. And of course, Geats and all that stuff. I mean, we had a lot of stuff this year that in general just made this year very, very fun. I absolutely loved everything that happened this year, everything that we did this year. And I think 2024 might actually be bigger than this, honestly. I mean, not to call the horse too early here, but next year, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, it's officially going to be our 200th episode next year. And we have some things planned for that. Very, very special plan for that. So don't you
No, we don't.
worry.
It's the opposite of special. It's torture. Run. Call the cops.
It's torture for them. Well, for me too, but it's torture for them, But
yeah, you're not. You don't just include yourself from this. You're stuck with it.
Look, so just eventually, you just like the feeling of needles in your arm.
I mean, I already do, but it's a different kind.
That's ketamine, though.
Exactly. At least I'm getting something out of it.
But you know what, though? If I can also add something, this honestly has been a good year for Tokusatsu in the U.S. If we're going to be completely honest, like you were saying.
100%.
Because let's put it this way: we had 5 fucking movies, 5 Toku movies, mind you, in theaters. Yeah, let's just kind of think about that for a second.
Yeah.
We had friggin' what? Godzilla 2000, Tokyo SOS, Shin Rider, Shin Ultra, and as of recently, -1, which is apparently like doing super well even with the mainstream audiences. But I mean, we'll eventually review it.
Funny enough, you mentioned that, Chad. With -1, I told Jay this. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter. You might have. -1 has officially surpassed Japan as well. America has officially surpassed Japan in ticket sales and revenue for -1.
Really? Whoa, that's
America
surprising.
is now the number one profit, like the number one source of profit for this movie over Japan, with way less marketing, which is impressive, honestly.
Like the thing that I've always heard about was just like the budget of it being like a 15 million like movie, and yet it having like more heart and more like basically better effects and everything than any of the Marvel movies, for example.
Oh, absolutely.
Was,
and actually,
like,
it's
crazy.
Sorry to
Oh, no
cut you
problem.
off. It's funny you say that because again, we were talking about before we started that tweet about the budget of 15 million going around. Somebody had asked the director about it. He's like, I wish the budget was 15 million. Which again makes it more surprising of like, I don't know how much money went into this movie, but with how much it's making back, it is astounding.
Wait, it was less than 15 million?
According to the director.
He basically said, like, when someone said the budget was 15 million, he basically said in uncertain terms, I wish it was that much.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Which I think, I mean, again, I was saying it checks out because Shin Godzilla was like 7 million, so it's entirely possible, but I don't know.
But yeah, like Chad said, I mean, this has just been a fantastic year for Tokusatsu in general, and who knows what next year's going to bring in that sense. I mean, Discotheque literally just announced, I think it was Charivan.
Yeah, Sharivan.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
was
so
thinking it was Kabuto, but nope, it's Sharivan.
Ha, dumbasses. But hey,
I saw like one person say it was going to be Charavan.
that's kind of based.
That's
But
fair.
yeah, like we just got Charavan from Discotech. I don't know what's going to be coming out for Kamen Rider or Sentai in the near future, but I'm pretty sure something's coming out from that. Like,
I think Deca Ranger comes out this year.
No,
and then,
Deca Ranger already came out, actually.
Did it not already? Fuck. Stupid.
But, like,
then who knows?
yeah,
Maji Ranger, I guess, is next.
Or they could head it back to like a Showa Sentai.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, next would be Turbo Ranger, I think. So
I believe so, yeah.
Did you just say Turbo?
shut up.
You said Turbo Ranger.
It's fucking 12:30 in the morning. AJ,
Oh,
all
Turbo
right?
Rangers!
I will kill you. I know where you live.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Actually, I think you do. I've sent you things before.
Yes.
No, but yeah. So, like, again, overall, this year has been fantastic. Can't wait to see what 2024 brings. It's going to be even bigger. It's going to be even better. What conventions we'll do, what we're going to get up to next year, who knows? I just know that I am very excited, and it's going to be interesting. So I think with that being said, again, I know this is a short one, but guys, we've done over like 5 hours of recording in these 3 episodes, so fucking bite me.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think definitely Tokusatsu wise, this year has definitely been good outside of our own personal problems. Next year is looking like it's going to be interesting. I hope we get to do a lot. I know I've got something cooking related to content and conventions that I'm not going to say too early because I don't, obviously I don't want to jinx it and have it not happen. But let's just say your boy Jay is planning something a little special for early next year. So well, you'll hear about that later. So yeah.
Indeed.
Agreed.
Well, boys and girls, with that being said, it's finally time to bring it to a close for this year. It's been a great year. Hope you guys have a very safe Christmas, a very safe New Year's. Don't drink and drive. That's the worst thing you can do. Just drive. You're bad enough as it is without the beer.
All you need is drive, dude.
Exactly. All you need is drive. And if you are going to drink some Everclear. Knock yourself out before you get the keys. I don't know.
Exactly.
Here you go. If you're gonna try and drive while you're drunk, knock yourself out first. You'll never even get to the car. No, but yeah, I hope you guys have a safe.
You might. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you can somehow chug Everclear and still get to the car, you're scary. Honestly.
You deserve it.
You deserve to get to the car.
The cops will just be like, you know what? I can't argue with that. Fuck it. More of a man than me. But yeah. Hope you guys have a great Christmas, safe New Year's, and we'll see you all in 2024. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
See you.